students. Today is the third part of chapter Digestion and Absorption, lesson class Biology. In the previous part 1 and part 2, we have covered about alimentary canal, the parts of alimentary canal, then the types of death, the dental formula, then the function of villi. In the second part, we have covered about the various type of glands that are present in our body. Salivary gland, liver, intestinal juice, the function of intestinal gland, intestinal juice, bile function. So this is all about the previous part 2, and then we start the digestion of different components of food. First, we cover about the carbohydrate. In the today's lecture, we will cover about the digestion of protein, only protein component, and it is a very you can say important topic where the protein is digested and what are the various enzymes that are necessary for the digestion of protein. This is the diagrammatic representation so that we can easily understand about the digestion of protein. We have to remember the proper sequence of digestion. Means the food pass from mouth, then esophagus, then stomach, then small intestine. So we must remember where the digestion starts, where the digestion complete, which enzyme will be necessary for the digestion of that particular you can say food component. So mouth contains saliva. Saliva digests only starch. No protein digestion will take place in mouth, or you can say buccal cavity. Then the food will move towards esophagus. Okay, and in esophagus no digestion, any type of you can say digestion or single component will not be digested in esophagus. No digestion of food will be in esophagus. Then the food will move towards stomach, and then small intestine and large intestine. In stomach, digestion of protein will be started, and how protein digestion start and how the uh, protein will break down. So stomach contain gastric gland, and gastric gland release gastric juice, and as well as gastric gland release HCl also. And gastric juice contain pepsin and renin. There are two enzymes present in gastric juice, pepsin and renin. But this pepsin and renin is present in inactive form, named pepsinogen and prorenin. So, for the function of pepsin, this inactive enzyme must be activated. This inactive enzyme must be activated. Means pepsinogen should be covered into pepsin with the help of an enzyme, with the help of chemical known as HCl. HCl is hydrochloric acid, and the function of HCl is to activate the enzyme that is necessary for protein digestion, as well as to kill the microbes. Function of HCl is to kill the microbe that may come along with our food. This is the second most important function of HCl. So you can see here, I like this. This you can see in stomach pepsinogen here. Pepsinogen is inactive form of pepsin. With the help of HCl, it get converted into pepsin here, and then this pepsin will start the digestion of protein. Protein digestion will start with the help of this pepsin, and it will convert it into peptones and proteases. Peptones and proteases. So first product of protein digestion is peptones and proteases, and it will mainly occur in stomach area. Then the food will move in small intestine. Small intestine contain different enzymes named as trypsinogen, chymotrypsinogen, and procarboxypeptidase. These are the three enzymes that are present in small intestine, and they are required for the digestion of protein. But these three enzymes are also present in inactive form. In inactive form, they are inactive in nature. So trypsinogen is activated with the help of enzyme enterokinase, and when trypsin is activated, then trypsin again start for the activation of 2-chymotrypsinogen and procarboxypeptidase. This chymotrypsinogen procarboxypeptidase are the inactive enzymes that are activated by trypsin, and it will convert it into chymotrypsin and carboxypeptidase. Now this will act on the complete digestion of protein. Means protein is breakdown into peptones and proteases. Then the peptones and proteases will finally convert it with the help of these three enzymes, trypsin, chymotrypsin and carboxypeptidase into you can say amino acids. This is the last step of digestion of protein, and this step will occur in small intestine. So when we ask about a question that where the digestion of protein starts, so you mentioned the digestion of protein will start in stomach, and then if the question continue, name the first enzyme, that help in the digestion of protein, then you mention about the pepsin. Okay, and when someone asks that where the final digestion of protein will occur, so you mentioned this in the small intestine area, the final digestion of protein will occur, and what is the end product of protein digestion, then you mention about amino acid is the end product of digestion of protein. So this is all about the digestion of protein. And someone asked about that is the protein is digested in our buccal cavity or in our mouth. So you mentioned about that no protein digestion will take place in our buccal cavity. Why? Because protein digesting enzymes are not present in our buccal cavity. Only starch digesting enzymes are present. That is salivary amylase is present in our buccal cavity, which digest only and only starch. No protein digestion will occur in our buccal cavity. So this is all about in protein digestion, and this topic is very important for your exams also. Thank you.